Today I'm going to be talking about what you need for an AQHA horsemanship class. I will be talking about what is necessary for men and women to wear, but I will be talking the majority of my time will be spent on women, just because I am a woman and I know what women need to wear. So some of you may ask, what is horsemanship? Horsemanship is the art or practice of riding on horseback. Well, AQHA has a little bit more detailed description of it, and this is from the AQHA rulebook. Horsemanship is designed to test the horsemanship abilities of youth and amateur riders using Western tack. Divided into two sections, riders first follow the prescribed pattern of maneuvers at a walk, trot, or lope. Finalist riders in a group as a group around the perimeter of the arena. Judging focuses on the rider's position, seat in the saddle, and the ability to control the horse. So, it's a lot more detailed. AQHA is a lot more competitive than what it has been in the past 5 years, and it's continuing to grow because the riders need to be challenged, and the judges continue to pull more difficult patterns out. So, one aspect of horsemanship that is also continuing to get more difficult is what you need to wear. So, what you need to have is in the required list in order to place, because if you don't have these things, you will be disqualified, is a hat, a collared long sleeve shirt, preferably buttoned down, long pants, can be blue jeans or black, or other colors as well, but they just have to be long pants. You need to have closed-toed boots, and then you also need to have, it's not a necessity, but people wear chaps as well. One of the most important things that I feel to have for an AQHA class is a well-shaped hat. The hat is very, very, very important because it's what finishes off the look of the ride, and I mean, it's in the line of view. So it's important to have a well-shaped hat. It's important to have a well-fitted shirt, and when I say fitted, I mean fitted. Most people have to take them to a tailor or get their shirts customly done. You also need to have pants that are long, and I mean they need to be long enough when you get on a horse that there's still going to be some room there. So when you buy them, you need to have them stacked slightly. Chaps. Chaps is a completely different story. Chaps are leather coverings that cover your legs, generally in black or tan, but you can get them in any color. For horsemanship, you want black, just because that's what really what really makes you look professional, and it also covers up a lot of movement. In horsemanship, you don't want to show a lot of movement, because, I mean, you're trying to represent how well you ride an animal, and if you're wearing loud colors, it's going to show movement easier in your legs, and you don't want to show movement in your legs. You want to be as still and as soft as possible. So, talking a little bit more about the hats. It is important to have a well-fitted hat. They come in a variety of sizes. I really suggest black because it's a classic. It's very popular, and it's traditional. And in AQHA, traditional is important. So, the hat, you can buy a hat in a variety of different levels. They can range from $20 all the way up to $2,000. The more expensive, the higher quality. I mean, generally that's how it works, but the more expensive, the higher the quality of it. And the higher the quality, it'll hold its shape better, because it is important to have a well-shaped hat. So, that is very important. And then, moving on, you need to wear clothes fitting your body type and fitting your horse as well. I mean, you don't want to wear yellow with a dark bay horse, which is basically a black horse with brown points. The yellow is going to pull out the brown, and it's going to clash. So generally with bays, you want to wear, with bays and blacks, anything with black points in it, you want to wear red, blue, green, any of those, more so cool colors, but you can get away with wearing brighter colors as well. But not only that, you want to wear colors that match you well as well. It's important to know your colors. Like, I will never wear red because it doesn't match with my skin tone, because at shows it's very hot and my face will get red, and I don't need pinks or reds emphasizing how red my face is. So I generally like to stay to the blues and greens, and I like to show dark horses anyways. I'm partial to them, and that's what I've shown my entire life. So I've been able to stick with that. I haven't had to venture far from my comfort zone with that aspect. But it's important that you need to wear clothes that fit you properly. You need to be careful because a lot of women get gaps in the chest area from the button-down shirts being too tight. That is not acceptable. It looks very sloppy, and you need to look very pristine in horsemanship. So it is important. You either need to go the next size up and get it tapered in on the sides, because you can't have the wings flapping out either. It needs to be very trim and not tight, but just well fitted. There is a difference between tight and well fitted. And then on top of that, chaps are very important to get custom done as well, because every body type out there is different, especially in women. Men can get away with pulling stuff off the rack as long as they're long enough or short enough, just because they don't have the curves that women do. But when you have, like, the curves that women most likely do, you're going to have to go to custom chaps. And I mean, as well as I had to, it was probably the best decision that I made, because it just makes a show day a lot easier by having a pair of chaps that you know are going to fit you, and it's not going to take 3 people to zip you into a piece of leather. Which, believe me, I've witnessed taking 3 people to get one person into a pair of chaps, and it's not comfortable riding in them like that. And when you're going to be riding for 8 hours a day, or on your horse for at least that period of time at a show, it's important that you're comfortable, just for your sanity as well as everyone else's. And your horse will appreciate it as well. So it's important that I suggest custom chaps. I mean, it all depends on the level that you show at. All of this is relative information. I mean, if you're just going out for an open show and you just want to go show to see what you can do, this stuff isn't necessarily as important. But if you're going to be showing AQHA or considering showing AQHA, it is very important that you get the right attire so you can at least fit in. Because if you don't have the right attire, you will stick out, and you're not going to feel comfortable, and you're not going to have fun. And when it comes right down to it, horse showing, horsemanship, any of the classes, it's all about fun. You need to have fun. There's a reason why people are out there, and it's because they enjoy it.